This post right here got me thinking about some good old times. And y'all, I didn't even phone a friend. I did it all by myself. Story time. So, y'all remember the guy who I was dating that one time, way back in the day? The one that I told y'all about that got hit by the train that time? Okay. Because of his own stupidity? Okay. Anyways, tell you about the time I caught him cheating. So, this morning in particular, I'm getting ready, but I'm not moving at a fast rate. And I guess I wasn't moving fast enough for his liking. So, as he's sitting in my home, mind you, playing his PlayStation, or no, I'm sorry, Xbox 360, he says to me, he yells upstairs, "Don't you have to be at work soon? Like, what's taking you so long?" Huh? I gotta be at work when I get to work. I mean, little did he know, my first client had texted me. Like, when I woke up, I had a text from her. She had an emergency, so she had to cancel. So the things that I was planning on doing, like, later in the day, I shifted that time down. I was like, ooh, I'm going to scoot a couple more people down, and I'm going to get that time at the beginning of my day. That way, when I go in, I don't have to break, because that's really how I wanted to run that day anyways. So it worked itself out. So I'm living my life. I didn't know I had to report in, right? So anyways, I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't even answer him. So then I hear footsteps, and he's behind me. He comes in the bedroom as I'm finishing getting ready. He goes, "Aren't you going to be late for work?" I'm like, "No, bro, I'm sure not." I was like, "I got my life under control. What are you doing today?" And he's just all huffy and puffy. And so my antennas go up. And now the Sagittarius in me, I'm like, let's see how much further I can aggravate him by simply living my fucking life. Because what is the problem, right? Are you PMSing? What is the deal? Like, hello? I get downstairs and I'm making myself something to eat. And I hear him huff really loudly. And I'm like, what is wrong? What is the problem? Me eating is a problem now? He goes, "Yeah, I just thought you had a jam-packed day." I was like, "I do, but goddamn." I was like, my client moved. I shifted some things. I'm taking my time. Is that a problem? Well, no, I mean, that just would have been nice to know. Wow, what do you have planned? What's so fucking important that I need to be gone? Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. So then, as I'm eating, I guess my chewing was annoying him. Out of nowhere, he starts a motherfucking fight. It was interesting what he chose to start a fight about. Because as I'm taking a bite of food, he's playing his Xbox 360, my phone goes off. Well, I pick it up, I start laughing, and I reply to the message. Now, it was somebody that worked with me at the salon. She sent me something funny that somebody had posted online. I laughed at it, because it was fucking funny, okay? And I sent my little reply, I put my phone back down. He says, "You're always over there on that phone doing secretive shit." I continue to chew and swallow. I'm just taking it in. Again, because my antennas are up high. And he's getting angry as he speaks. And so I looked at him, I was like, "So me being on my phone is a problem?" "Well, whoever messaged you, it made you laugh." I'm like, "Well, nothing you've done so far is making me laugh. So how is that their fault, my problem?" I'm like, "What is your problem today?" He was like, because you probably got some shit over there going on that phone. I said, "You know what, bro? Trade your phones for the day." It's amazing. He shut up real fucking quick. Again, my antenna goes higher. I was like, I said, "No, really, let's trade phones for the day." I said, "Because keeping my phone, it's not for the week." I was like, "Here, and here's the passcode." And he just looked at me. I was like, "Seriously, because keeping my phone is not for the week." I was like, "You will tap out after the first fucking message you get to cancel some fucking body. Because you can't even cancel your goddamn self." I was like, "So, here, have at it. Have a great day." And as I get ready to go out the door, he's running after me to get his phone. And I was like, "No, what?" I was like, "What's the passcode?" I was like, "You keep my phone, I keep your phone." I was like, "I can still do all I need to do. All the numbers I need are right here. Anything else is in my book at the salon." I was like, "So let's go." No, babe, it's all good. I was just, he like, "Listen, you have a good day. I got so much shit going on in the background. You don't even know about yet. Blah, 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 blah. We'll talk about it when you get off work." I was like, So I give him his phone. I take my phone. I get in the car. I go to work. I get my first client done. Now, my second nail client comes in, and she is always the highlight of my day because we don't like chaos. We don't create chaos, but we know how to fucking flow through it. And she was always a trip. She comes bebopping in, all done up, like she's normally done. Work from home, but she's still always put together. And she has her iPad with her and her cell phone. I think nothing of it. She's like me. Just because I'm going to get my nails done, that's me time. But what I choose to do during that time, talk about, that's because that's what I want to do. So, and I always let my clients take the lead. So she's sitting there, she got her iPad. I'm I'm like, nah, girl. I was like, listen, because I'm over here in my head thinking, right? And I was like, nah, what we on today? What kind of shit we on today? So she says to me, talk about divine timing. She goes, girl, Craigslist, the black side. I was like, listen, I'm all about the dark web. Teach me things. Because my ex, this guy we're talking about at the time, me and him will always be on the dark web because we were both ex-military. So there was so much shit we'd be looking into, finding out, blah, 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 right? Or he put me on game because he already knew about it. So I'm like, what about the black side of Craigslist? Teach me, wise one. So she's like, listen, some people use it to find love or to find a hookup. She said, me and my girl use it for entertainment purposes only. She said, because the shit people fucking post. So now she got me wrapped in. And what she does is she was going through, they'd be going through reading the fucking post. But what most people would do on Craigslist, they would post pictures. But let me tell y'all about the pictures y'all would post on there. Y'all would be like anonymous. The title would be anonymous, right? Man for man. But the picture you posted got all your information in it because you took it in a fucking mirror. Even us from here down, we can see all the shit in your background. We see that open window with the road sign. We see your medication with your name on it and your address. So, like, we would just be cracking. So this is what they were doing. So she had her iPad because when she left for her house in time for her appointment, her wife was home from work that day. So they had been looking together. So she, their shit was synced in iCloud. So she brought her iPad. They was having a conversation via text while going through the shit on the iPad, right? So we going through it, we laughing. But the only ones she's really shopping on are the ones with pictures. Well, as she is scrolling, I said, stop. She was like, well, I was like, stop. She goes, bitch, you ain't got a picture. I said, stop. Because see, as she was laughing at the picture above it, I had already fucking read it. Yeah, even though it was upside down, I had already fucking read it. And the words, the energy, I was like, that's that motherfucking nigga sitting on my goddamn couch. So she's looking at me, she goes, Erica, she's like getting up here. I said, bitch, that's him. I was like, I know, I can tell in how it's phrased. I can tell in the wording. I said, and the fact that he wants to meet them at Kroger, Proctorville. I said, bitch, that's him. That's him. And she said, Erica, we gonna have to go on a reconnaissance mission because you feel very sure. I said, I don't feel sure. I fucking know. I said, I bet all the money in my goddamn bank account. This nigga is trying to hook up with a bitch at my motherfucking house. I was like, I was like, it's all making sense. She's like, no, Erica, it's just because what you went through. I said, so as she talking, right? She's like, well, how we going to go about this? Because she ready to jump on. This is why a girl's girl. She's like, how we going about this? Look, as I'm already saying what I'm saying while doing her nails, not missing a fucking beat, texting fucking clients, I have stopped I've also created a whole new Gmail account. I created a whole new Gmail account. Yes, I have. With a whole new name. Hello, meet Rebecca. And I was like, send me that post to this email address. And she was like, well, I said, that way it just pops up in here and I can do what I need to do. She said, what'd you do? I said, why you did phone a friend when you already know how to make another Gmail? So I click on the post and I respond. He replied. When he replied, she was like, she looked at me so sad and disappointed. I said, what's wrong? She said, because my nail appointment's almost over. Because at this point, she under the dryer. My nail appointment almost over. I'm not going to know how this turns out. Well, as she drying, I look up, her wife comes through the door. I said, what are you doing here? She said, we ride or die. How's this going down? I said, bitch, I created a Gmail. He responded.